Good morning. So, we cleaned up the garage. We're going to make it look a bit more schmick so you don't have to see all the shit everywhere. And today is the magical day that we actually pull out the engine from the E36. Then we're just going to have to start test fitting, seeing how we go with putting this barra in, because it is significantly larger. Ready to go. Alright guys, how you doing? So, basically now what we're doing is we're bringing the E36 into the garage. Because the engine is blown, that's super loud. Give us a second. Alright. Because the engine's blown, as you saw in the last video, we actually have to push it up the driveway. It actually sucks doing that with a welded diff. Not a problem. We're going to push it in. Once we push the car in, time for the engine to come out. Stay tuned.
Ever come up out the cracks and try to tell me how to get it poppin' really? Way too motherfucking educated to be spending any time just talking with me. Many people waiting on me in the lobby, time to board the bus and get it in. $100,000 conversation with investors telling me they want it in. Now some women from around the way always call me when they...
Hey, how you doing? There's Nathan finding random things in the car.
No good.
Caught hazardous for fires. So, what we're going to do here is we're basically just going to start unbolting things. Unbolt the battery first, then to the airbox, then to the radiator. Slowly start pulling everything out, so then we can pull the engine out and then work out the game plan. So, just wanted to bring to everyone's attention, we're actually only using super cheap auto like $100 toolboxes. This one's not even stuck very well. It's got a sushi train card because it's very Japanese. This one, you can see this was owned by a mechanic because everything's very nicely aligned. And then there's a bag of misc. So like if we can't find something, we go in the bag that has doorknobs in it as well. Yeah.
I ain't even feel the need to grin. Never been the type to hold a grudge. I don't even love them, they ain't getting in. Why are we talking? Tell me something that I don't know. Tired of bullshit. People seem to have a boatload. Don't you see I got the fam here? These are people that been rocking with me. Don't you ever come up out the cracks and try to tell me how to get it poppin' really. Probably poppin' Willie, you was poppin' Zen.
Gearbox, cross member, fuel lines from underneath the car, power steering to the pump, and go from there.
Perfect. Thank you, Nate. Have to pull the inlet manifold off because there's a wiring loom underneath connected to the body of the vehicle.
Rather pop a band than a pop a cap. If you ever did my people wrong or did me dirty, you can be assured I'm not your friend. Whip the color of some pots of pants. If you were looking for someone to give you a hand, that boy, I'm not your man. No, I'm not your man, and you not my girl. Let's not get too involved. Too focused on my career now, that got you too appalled. My bad, I'm sorry, baby, it's just I become too evolved. I'm whipping in my own lane, says a lot about the two of y'all. Who'da thought I'd be really making all this money off of music, dog? You can find me on the east side, then I'm gonna get an illusion, dog. At my shows, everybody out up in the crowd going super hard. Tell me something that I don't know. Tired of bullshit. People seem to have a boatload. Don't you see I got the fam here? These are people that been rocking with me. Don't you ever come up out the cracks and try to tell me how to get up. Yeah, got me in a...
So we're just coming to the end of the first day. The engine is almost ready to come out. So, can't wait to show you when it's finished. We've had to take off the exhaust manifold. We've undone the tail shaft to get everything out. So basically we're just pulling the motor out tomorrow morning. We did hit a hiccup, and that's why the engine didn't come out today. We didn't have a 15mm impact socket. So that caused an issue. We may have to borrow one from a friend or go to Bunnings and purchase one. But not to worry. When you only have little chitty toolboxes, you know, you do the best that you can. Once this engine's pulled out, then we're going to have to start doing some measurements and start understanding, well, I guess, what way we're going to put this engine into the car, because there is a lot that needs to be done, because this engine is significantly larger. But we're just going to have to work that out when we get to it. First steps first, pull this engine out. Oh, and by the way, I have a few things sitting here. HSD coilovers for Mazda MX-5. I believe it's an NB. It's 1998 to 2006. So if someone wants them, HMU. Also, Driftworks knuckles for an S chassis. Also HMU. Ready to go. Just chilling. Thank you. And I'll talk to you tomorrow.
I remember back when I was younger, I was happy. Nowadays feel like no one understand me. I'm good at artists, silly on bar.